the switch there in the second half?
I don't know. I still don't know. That was about as poorly as you can play. And Northwestern, give them credit. They came out of the gate ready to play, and it just goes to show you what happens when you're not ready out there from the beginning. And in this league, you can get embarrassed, and that's exactly what happened in those first 20, really 25 minutes before finally, we got it going. We got a little momentum. And, as I told the guys after the game, it just goes to show you what we're capable of when we play the right way, when we play with an edge. I give Braxton a lot of credit. I thought Braxton played his best game as a Husker. I thought Connor went in there. He got 3 consecutive defensive rebounds for us. But our inability, really to do anything in that first half, and give Northwestern credit. Their physicality absolutely overwhelmed us. They punked us in the first part of that game. I didn't think Juwan was very good in the first couple minutes, second half. Got him out, talked to him, got his spirit back up, and he was phenomenal those last 15 minutes. But we can't just be a team that plays well when things are going the right way. We got to be more consistent. We got to play 40 minutes. A lot of things we can learn from this, and hopefully be a more consistent basketball team. But we got to bottle up those last 15 minutes and be consistent with that for 40. If we want to continue on and have a chance to play in the postseason.
You've done this in your 2 straight road games now. And as a coach, do you look at it more as sort of what you were able to do to complete the comeback, or how do we do this now for the full?
The option B is much better. These kind of things happen, when we play like we did early in that game. Our edge was nowhere near where it needed to be in a road game against a team that's what they do. They had 23 offensive rebounds against USC in their last game. But, once we got it going a little bit, I thought our closeouts were better. I thought our urgency was better in everything we did. We finally found a way to finish off possessions, and then we got out in transition, and I thought our execution was outstanding in really those last 10 to 12 minutes. And, again, it's what you got to do. You have to keep playing in this league. We've had a couple that went from 20 to almost 40, and, we found a way to close the gap. I told them to get it under 10. With about 10 minutes left, we're going to have a chance. If not, this thing's going to get real ugly, and I give our guys credit. They found a way to respond.
Northwestern attempted 17 three-pointers in the first half, just 3 in the second. Was there an adjustment you made at halftime?
Well, we obviously found a way to get closer to Barry after he hit, I think, the first 3 in the second half. And, he was phenomenal out there, and they did a great job finding him, and Chris is as good as anybody running plays to get guys shots. And, we have what we call a rover that takes the first pass, and a rover was splitting the difference, and we just said get closer to Barry. If one of those other guys steps up and makes a shot, we'll live with it. But we couldn't let Barry keep it going. And Martinelli's he's one of the more unique players, not only in our league but in the country. And I thought we made him take some tougher shots. We talk about making him finish through the goalposts, and if you give him an angle, it's over. And again, I thought our guys did a good job. In the second half of adjusting and finding a way to make it a little bit more difficult.
What happened to your hand?
A little incident with the whiteboard. The problem is, I'll never learn. I've done this several times now, and I'm on a blood thinner with my heart stuff, and I hit it and I cut it, and this thing won't stop bleeding for a while. So yeah, it was stupid on my part. I'm fine. Listen, in this business, you gotta play through a little pain.
With Connor, I know you said he missed practice on Friday just because of the illness and all that. Did it feel like he started getting his legs back under him in that second half?
Yeah, it was good to see him continue to be aggressive, and I'm proud of Gavin for going out there. We made 6 baskets in the first half, one of them by Gavin, and he's practicing well. So it was good to see him get out there and knock down a shot, and it's what it's all about when you get your name called to go out there and try to make a positive impact. Aaron got opportunity. Kale was out there for some possessions. I honestly thought Kale, giving us some toughness, putting him in there in the second half. It just ended up going back with Juwan, and it paid off for us. But, those guys always got to keep themselves ready. But, yes, Connor was back at practice yesterday, still didn't look quite right, but it was good to see him get it going second half. Hopefully that can give him some confidence.
Coach, a 2-4 run to start the second half, eventually scoring 8 unanswered points. What was the offensive adjustment that you guys made?
Well, first of all, I thought we missed some pretty good looks. I thought Connor had a couple good looks that he made in the second half that he didn't in the first. Missed a couple shots at the rim. Andrew, is a very good finisher in there. He missed a couple right at the rim. Juwan missed one in there. We drove in there out of control, turned it over. I just thought we played with much better purpose in the second half than we did in the first. But again, Northwestern's one of the more physical, not only rebounding team, but defensive team overall with the way they get into your body and worry you over screens. They're very good at their switches, and they're very disciplined. So, second half, once we got a little momentum, I thought the pace picked up, and, it just can't be when it's going well. We got to find a way to, learn from what we did in those last, 12, 15 minutes and come out of the gate with better energy on Wednesday.
Coach, you mentioned Northwestern's 23 offensive boards against USC. They had 23 against you today. What do you think your team did well to sort of counteract that when they have these prolonged possessions? Yeah,
we found a way to play through it better, I think, in the second half. We were deflated in that first half. I saw heads down, almost feeling sorry for ourselves a little bit, just bad body language. And if you do that in this league, they're going to pounce on you. If they smell blood, it's all it takes in this league for a team to go on a big run. Sometimes it's only 5-6 minutes, and then, next thing you know, it goes from 10 to 20. And, our guys just did a better job of going out there, and I think made a more concerted effort of making contact, going up there with two hands, and rebounding as a unit. We had to find a way to keep 5 guys in there, and we were leaking out in the first half. It wasn't very pretty.
Thank you.
Thanks.